Welcome everyone to the Nerd Nook. I'm your host Evan T. With me, like always, is Noah Bailey. So, this is, we're gonna start off with a little bit of news, kind of springboarding off of the first topic we talked about last time, and actually multiple topics to talk about last time. Actually, in that. Benedict Cumberbatch will officially be reprising his role as Doctor Strange for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Reprising. I mean, this is cool because, Spider-Man 3 is Doctor Strange. That's awesome because, you don't know if this is going to be like, is he going to do some kind of, like, world-altering memory spell for this whole secret identity thing or however that's going to work. And that's cool.
Different dimensions to bring in, Electro or Venom or whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. The potential Spider-Verse-ness is very much possible, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could have just said Doctor Strange confirmed for Spider-Man 3.
Every other, most places did say that. There's two kind of major publications that always say they're reprising their role, and they're just playing the same character again, but whatever. Is what it is.
Yeah, it's like, that's fine. We get the news. It's fine. They're trying to get more clicks. Yeah. So I guess I don't know how. I guess if you know the context, I don't see how that is more effective. It's less effective because you're confused. But anyway,
I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, it'd be cool to, especially I don't know how big of a character or player he might be. I mean, this could be a Thor route where he's just kind of in it, or this could be more Hulk in Thor Ragnarok, where he's a big part of it, so we don't really know. So it kind of just depends. And I was excited. Either way, I think more Doctor Strange is a win, just because when Doctor Strange is in the movie, the potential of what can go on is exponentially increased, because it's not, you can't be a very friendly neighborhood when Doctor Strange is around.
I did see a lot of editorializing about this announcement. At least half of the articles that I saw, in the headline, it was they said Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be playing Doctor Strange. No, what's the actual wording? It was something along the lines of here it is. Doctor Strange will be Spider-Man's new mentor in Spider-Man 3. I'm like, that's not what. From what I gather, the announcement was that Doctor Strange will be in Spider-Man 3.
Right.
Yeah, all these other places try to say that Doctor Strange will be the new Tony Stark type character to this Spider-Man in this movie. And I'm like, that's not what that's saying.
No, that's speculation at best.
Yeah.
I mean, especially my thing too is they kind of already feel like they kind of tried to do that a little bit with the whole Mysterio before he found out he was the bad guy thing, where he kind of especially with the bar scene where takes him under his wing more or less. Mm-hmm. But I feel like everyone's trying to do that, and I get Spider-Man's still younger, obviously, and still a kid, still figuring it out. But it's can we just kind of have him doing his thing? He doesn't necessarily need that here, son, let me show you how we do it. It's kind of he can figure it out. He's got it.
That's the whole arc of Far From Home. At the end of that movie, he realized he can do it by himself. He made his own suit and then fought in his own style to take out the villain by himself. That. Mm-hmm. The whole point of that movie was for him to be I acknowledge where I started. I started out as basically as Iron Man Jr., but now that he's gone and I'm kind of lost at what to do, I'm just gonna kind of cling on to the first mentor character I find, that person being evil, and then realizing that, and then being well, I gotta do this on my own, and then this next movie he's gonna fully be himself. Doctor Strange might be in the movie because it's a comic book movie, and every single third movie so far, aside from Iron Man 3, has been, more or less an Avengers light movie. So sure, go for it. Have other random superheroes in there. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because and again, And again, like Doctor Strange, I think is a good choice depending on everyone else's that's there. I feel like that makes the most sense. And also, yeah, that'd be awesome. So
Also,
especially ever.
I think
Okay.
it is very, very possible that Doctor Strange could just show up in an after credit scene and just a
Yeah.
multiverse happen, and then that like springboard into his movie in 2022. I think is when it's still coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that
Honestly, like I could see like at the beginning, they're like go to Doctor Strange. They're like, you can help, you can fix this, right? And he's like, maybe. He's like he
no,
probably can, but he kind of doesn't really care or doesn't
uh,
want to or something. And he's like, come on, you're the little, And he's
yeah,
like, he's like, he's like, it's more complicated than that. And Juan's in the back just doing the thing.
yeah,
He's like,
yeah. That's
oh.
it.
Like so anything like that, like what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have to be a prominent character. I don't think it's gonna be, he's gonna be that of the co-star. I guess I feel like he's gonna be more like a background character because I think, especially in this second movie, they spent a lot of time developing Spider-Man on, like you said, on his own, and I feel like that's kind of going to be going forward because at this point, Spider-Man, this is his third movie, and so far yeah, like he's been in it, but there's already been a lot of other characters. I mean, his first movie, Iron Man's in a good bit of it. The second movie, you've got, you know, I mean, granted, Skrulls, but Nick Fury and
Yeah.
Maria Hill's in it. Mysterio's going around doing his thing. Obviously, the bad guy, but still. So I think this is going to be more focused on just him figuring out how to do his best life, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I'm
But
excited to see that.
if Doctor Strange does want to be the catalyst that somehow brings in all these other different Sony villains in this movie, like that could just be like the first third that happens, and the rest of the movie is Spider-Man dealing with the aftermath of that happening. I don't even know exactly.
That's true.
I don't really care why or how it happens. Like that would only require Doctor Strange being in it for like 20 minutes max.
Right, max. Like he doesn't really. I don't. Yeah, and a lot can happen in 5 minutes of Doctor Strange time. So
Because
it's
he was
like,
only in Thor Ragnarok for like 2 minutes, maybe. It
yeah,
really wasn't that
yeah.
much.
Literally, like they came in, said hi, had some refillable beer, took his hair, and they were done. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that'd be great. I'm excited. It's gonna be so long though. Oh, how many movies now?
Now, so I think that's all I need to say about Doctor Strange. I just to reiterate one more time. I don't think he'll actually be the mentor type character that Iron Man was to him. I think he'll just be a character in the movie, like comic books do all the time.
Yes.
One thing that I didn't know until a couple of days ago, were you aware that Ned's character in these movies, his character from the comics, is the one that becomes a Hobgoblin?
I had heard that, yeah, at some point, which I was like, "There's no way they're gonna do that. They can't." Like, I mean, they could, but like, I don't think that would make any sense right now. They've established Ned as too like, I mean, he's like his best friend, and like, he doesn't seem like the guy to just become a supervillain. But yeah, I think I heard that when after the first movie came out.
But I think Ned, something happening to Ned and him turning evil or being experimented on, or whatever. I don't really know much about Hobgoblin personally. Was he created for the '90s show, or was he a thing?
I don't actually know.
Yeah,
that sounds like he would be.
I don't know.
I think so. I don't actually know. I'll be honest, because I don't know. I should know. I don't think so. I think he was a little bit earlier.
Okay.
That's something I need to look into.
Okay.
I think about the Hobgoblin, I thought it was a different guy. I'm not gonna lie. It was like something like Macendale. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's the name I know. Jason Macendale. That's the name I know is the Hobgoblin.
Well, I guess.
But yeah, there's been more than
over
one.
time. Yeah, over time in the comics, Ned's been one of the characters.
Right. Yeah, you've a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is there is one that's Ned also, which that's kind of surprising. But yeah, I don't think they'll do that. If they did, I'm not sure how that would work exactly.
Just kind of to finish my thought that I realized I kind of tangent.
Sorry.
No, it's my fault. So I feel like Ned turning evil or whatever happens to make him the Hobgoblin could kind of do one or both of two, maybe more things if I get to them. So one, just kind of flesh out the Sinister Six. We know of at least 4 villains, maybe Venom that could be a part of it. So that's if Venom is part of it, then that could flesh out all 6. And then if not Venom, then maybe Kraven the Hunter or some other villain that's in Spider-Man 3 just kind of shows up. That's your 6. Vulture, Scorpion, Morbius, Mysterio, Hobgoblin, Electro. I've forgotten one, but switch out any
Make it
Scorpion
work.
or Morbius or whoever for Kraven or whoever. I think having Ned become Hobgoblin could kind of flesh that out. Also,
Okay.
I think this Spider-Man's best friend and the thing that's grounding him the most, to New York and to his life outside of being Spider-Man. I think that could be kind of the thing, kind of like the Uncle Ben moment that all the Tom Holland Spider-Man fans, or sorry, the Uncle Ben moment that all the Tom Holland Spider-Man haters want out of these movies.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of that personal loss they get. Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting. Which is interesting because I always thought that a lot of times that can be seen in other continuities or even Harry when he has his drug incident problem and all that stuff. It's just that I don't think they are going to do Harry at all in this version, which is still kind of surprising. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But
it's not yet. Yeah.
I kind of thought Ned would. Yeah, but Ned could replace that role.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Plus, apparently, Ned's actor has slimmed down a lot over the past year. He posted a picture on Instagram or whatever, being just let you guys know, Ned's gonna look a lot different. And he showed a picture of him actually looking very slim, kind of a lot muscular, and wow, that's
whoa.
okay.
Maybe he could have gone. I mean, that would be kind of cool. So much for guy in the chair. I mean, who knows? He might be the guy on the battle glider.
Yeah. Could be.
That could be crazy. Oh man. That's awesome though. But see, watch them be like, hey, we actually want Ned to still kind of be fat. He has to go and gain all the weight back.
I mean, Disney could either CG over it or just put a fat suit on her or something. But yeah, that would be kind of funny.
No. That would be I'd feel bad, but that'd still be funny. But no, I think probably just be it's fine. I don't think it really matters that much.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be fine.
Yeah, it's just kind of fun to speculate.
That'd be kind of cool.
This character.
Oh yeah.
In the comics becomes Hobgoblin. We need at least one more villain to flesh out the Sinister Six. That could easily be it. So, yeah.
It would make sense. And he could be the one villain who has that extra personal connection. Because there always seems to be that one villain who's more close than the others. A lot of times it is Venom because, Venom was partially him at one point. So
that's not anymore if we go on that same movie continuity of in 2018. But
but
I don't even want him to show up in this movie. I don't want Venom. I don't want Tom Hardy's Venom to even show up in these movies. I don't think.
I really don't either, because they designed it to be a totally different thing.
Yeah.
It's not even which I mean, again, I don't like that, but I mean, I can respect that if they don't then just throw it together and be oh, so is this gonna just retcon that entire old movie, or is this supposed to just happen together, or how's this even gonna work?
Multiverse, I guess. Oh, which that was actually another thing. Another quick thing about Doctor Strange is that, remember, in Far From Home, they actually teased the idea of multiverses without actually doing it. That was just part of Mysterio's scheme. So they could actually really introduce multiverses in Spider-Man 3. I think that could be fun.
That is true, yeah. And I remember we were talking about that before the movie came out. Okay, the multiverse is totally real. Here we go. And especially, But I mean, the next Doctor Strange movie is called the Multiverse of that. It's a thing. It's happening.
If it's not an after credit scene, it's not there's going to be something, probably a fairly short scene that's going to lead into Multiverse of Madness. We don't know what it'll be, but I don't think it'll be in most of the movie. Anyway, because I think the reason why Hulk works in Thor Ragnarok is because he's not going to get his own movie anytime soon
Hmm.
ever. Like, yeah, he might show up in She-Hulk. He's probably going to stick around and be like at least like an advisor on the new Avengers, but I don't think he'll be actually getting his own movie. Maybe
Right.
maybe a D plus show at some point, but I don't think that's even going to happen. So that makes sense because Hulk isn't going to really get his spotlight ever. So yeah, have him be like a secondary main character in Thor Ragnarok. But Doctor Strange is getting his own movie soon. So it would be a little weird for him to be in most of Spider-Man 3 and then also show up there.
Right.
Which is why it also kind of worked for Iron Man to be in Civil War so much because, his trilogy was over, so he'll just kind of be in Avengers-esque movies from now on, which I think.
Yeah, I feel like having a different character being in a lot of someone else's movie and then getting their own movie only works if like it's a newer character.
Mm-hmm.
So like it made sense after Civil War for like Spider-Man, Black Panther, because like that was the first we had ever saw them. So it's like okay, we need more obviously, but here both of these characters have obviously been fleshed out a good bit. So.
Oh yeah. Moving on to the fact that Soul, that new Pixar movie starring Jamie Foxx, there's a theme here, is going to be actually moving to Disney Plus on December 25th.
Okay. So
Free of
they're
charge
starting
as far as we
to.
know. I don't think they'll be charging it like a Mulan situation. I think they realized their mistake there.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's interesting. Like Pixar movies are usually a huge deal. Yet the last two, both Onward and Soul, because of everything that's going on, just had to go on Disney Plus in order to even be released. And it's really kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. It's weird. And like Onward was one of those that like it looked like it had kind of an interesting presence, but
Premise.
Yeah, premise.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I can't talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, it just because of like things going on, and also just like it didn't feel like enough to like I have to see this. It's really because of that. So it kind of just. But yeah, I think this will do okay on Disney Plus though, because it is around Christmas time, and like I don't think it's a Christmas movie necessarily. I don't know.
It's not a Christmas movie, but it is definitely the kind of movie that it may at least just kind of have on in the background while family's around. Like it's very innocent, just the Pixar movie. Like, yeah, have that just playing, have like distract the kids or whatever, or even just like on Christmas night, everyone come around the campfire to watch a movie. Yeah, it's right there for you.
Yeah, it's gonna do pretty well around Christmas time. Everyone's gonna like it. I think there's a lot of music involved, so that's usually good. Like, I don't know, I might check it out myself.
Yeah, I mean it's free, so might as well.
That's right.
So, last little bit of Disney news. It's been confirmed that the Obi-Wan show will start early production in early 2021. So, they'll start filming stuff then. And I know that The Mandalorian Season 2 started filming in 2020 and is coming out, in like 10 days. Oof. Well, 18, whatever. This month, basically. So it's possible that if they get enough filming done, assuming they can film, and if they shoot it in a very similar way that they did The Mandalorian, the majority of the actors already know who they're playing. It's, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen coming back to play their characters. Again, that's a reprisal. They're coming back to play characters they haven't played in many years. That's a reprisal. Anyway. So yeah, that just I think if they keep a very similar timetable that they did with Mandalorian, they easily could get it out by the end of next year. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there's like because we've been talking about Obi-Wan something with Ewan McGregor for so long, and just like the idea is like, yeah, like this is happening, and like, yeah, like I think it's kind of just been swept under the rug just because of everything going on, but it's like, no, this is gonna happen, especially you're gonna get more, and like Star Wars, other than the Mandalorian, Clone Wars this year, but like Star Wars movies lately have been a little
Hit or
So
miss.
like
Mostly.
it's kind of
Well, I'm not gonna say mostly miss. Like, no, we're not gonna do that right now. It's fine. They've been
do we
divisive.
have
We'll
the
put that. We'll
time?
have been divisive.
We'll put a link to the other from
4
earlier
hour
this year.
Rise Skywalker review or
It's
whatever.
another thing. Oh man, but yeah, I think that's really cool because like obviously we've all wanted this, and
Mhm.
like Mandalorian's coming out. This is gonna be this will be starting next year because that'll be like and maybe maybe some other stuff craziness chills out by then. That'll be something else. But like yeah, I would just love to see that, and also I'm interested to see how they use Hayden Christensen as Anakin because it's
Mhm.
like is this gonna be like flashbacks? Is it gonna be like inner monologues with like Anakin, who's Darth Vader currently, but in his head he's still Anakin. Like, how is this gonna work?
That
Is it
could
gonna
be
be
fun.
both?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That'd be really interesting.
I'm hoping for both because I want to see at least a
And also,
couple of
just
scenes of flashback, like Clone Wars style, but
yeah,
live action. Because why not? Um, and also him playing Darth Vader. Yes, please.
yeah. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just the thing, just like
Okay, so
yeah.
moving on from Disney stuff to DC stuff. Uh, Warner Brothers has officially released the new and not approved the new schedule for their DC movies. Um, so it started with the way this all kind of confusion started was originally Dune, the remake of Dune, was going to come out like in sometime in December of this year. Like there was a very quick turnaround from the first trailer dropping. There was a huge social media campaign. It was like it is coming out this day. It is going to be the first major movie coming out in theaters that isn't, all theaters are actually open and like Tenet and New Mutants. Like instead of trying to push theaters open, we'll just wait for theaters to be open. We'll be the first major one there. That's not happening. So they pushed it back to October 1st of next year, which is weird because it's another thing where like a movie is pretty much done, yet they're moving it like a year later.
Way back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. So that's happening. But then a lot of people are like, wait, that's stupid because the Batman with Robert Pattinson is supposed to also come out on October 1st. DC, what are you doing? Why are you competing
About
Warner Brothers
that.
movies against each other? About that, the Batman has been moved to March 4th of 2022.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do right now, just because I
Yeah.
mean, there's no winning with this situation right now. Things aren't open.
Yeah.
But
Plus, apparently
that's a
the trailer that we did see of the Batman, apparently was made with only 25% of the movie being filmed, or like well, it's planned to be filmed, and then Robert Pattinson got diagnosed with COVID and stuff, and like they weren't sure about the
oof.
other actors, so like they had to halt production for a little bit longer, but he's fine now. But like, it's still just everything is just weird. I get it. Take your time. At least it's not a thing where like with the Flash movie, which we'll talk about in a second, where the movie itself was having issues. Like they were going through directors, the script was having issues, the actors were going in and out. Like at least it's not like that. It's just the world is on fire. There's other things to worry
Right.
about.
Right. It's like yeah, it's like it's not the movie's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very much just a victim of circumstance. It's not like yeah, like you said, like the Flash or like New Mutants or like
Mm-hmm.
the movies are doing what they can, but just because things aren't open, it's hard to get people to do things because of everything going on. It's like it's just
Yeah.
how we are. So unfortunate, but I feel like this is gonna make it like whenever things do go back, I feel like a lot of movies are gonna be thrown
Mm-hmm.
at people because I mean we've got movies already on deck, and like they're still doing limited filming, but still filming for a lot of movies and shows. So they're doing the best they can. But
Yeah.
yeah, that timetable to move out, it's just like come on, please. But
It was just so weird
nah.
how like they started with the announcement that Dune's going to be moving to the Batman's release date, and then a day later was like, oh, actually, Batman's going to be moving out from that date, along with the Flash being delayed to November 4th of 2022. I say delayed because that movie's not coming out.
So wait, I mean, this movie was supposed to come out in what, 2018, was
The
it?
original release date was February 2018.
Yeah, so like we
Didn't
are
happen.
like granted like this was movie was already 2 years late. So like I don't see that between multiple directors. I mean, even as the Flash himself having problems or whatever
Mm.
not too long ago, and like there's been I don't see this happening
Yeah.
anytime soon.
But hey, Wonder Woman's gonna be, reprising her role for this movie. So there's that.
I wonder if Ezra Miller will reprise his
We'll
role.
see. Well,
Well, actually, I mean,
yeah.
actually, you never know.
They
But
might just kind of sneak Grant Gustin in there and be like, "You're Flash now." And it's like, well, okay, I guess.
I mean, they could like
They could.
I don't know.
His
Like
show's almost
I
over,
think
so just
it's
kind of
I mean,
move him to the big screen. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
canonically, according to
yeah,
that show, Ezra Miller's Flash got dusted, I think, in the Crisis of Infinite Earth. So just kind of go with that. I don't
something
know.
like that. I have no idea what's going on over there. Like they're like
I haven't
post crisis,
watched.
almost
I
like
haven't watched the CW in close to 3 years. I just.
I know, and it feels so bad because like remember when like these shows were like so good and
Mhm.
like it was all I was watching,
Yeah.
and now it's like
Legend of
yeah, I haven't
Tomorrow
seen
was
any of
started out
these.
the gate great. The Flash was great for 2.5 seasons. Arrow was
Yeah.
never great, but at least was watchable.
Yeah, it started out like season two of Arrow was like great. I remember because like they did Deathstroke really well,
Mm.
and then it fell off a
Yeah.
cliff. But
I feel bad for Black Lightning because I actually liked that show, and then I just kind of never came back to it.
yeah, yeah, you just kind of assume, well, they're hitting their second season, so you know what that means.
Yeah.
Like,
This one might
that's
be
just how
good.
it
But
is.
season three, like Legend of Tomorrow,
Yeah,
died at season three. It just fell out of the gate hard, just crawling on its stomach, just didn't know what to do with itself, gasping for
uh,
air, and just random characters got killed off and replaced with worse characters, and just
it's
I
like
hated
why? Yeah,
it.
yeah, I don't know. Supergirl apparently had like 5 seasons, which I was like, really?
Okay.
Like, but apparently they're on their last season, I
Yeah.
think, and that's happening. And then that woman, that Ruby Rose is gone for whatever reason.
They got
So
replaced with another Batwoman, and they're just gonna go with her. Which, like, maybe there'll be an in-canon universe reason as to why this happened, but probably not. There's just
not playing that.
she's not playing she's not playing uh Kathy Kane.
Cat Kane, but
Cat
or
Kane,
Kate
yeah.
Kane,
Kate,
not
yeah,
Cat Kane.
yeah,
Kate
Kate Kane.
Yeah.
I don't think she's playing Kate, but she's just playing a different Batwoman. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Wait.
Or Cassandra,
There's so many people.
because Cassandra
Wait,
Kane,
it's no wait, wait, wait,
Cassandra
wait.
Kane with a C, Kate Kane with a K, and then Dr.
Right.
Crane is Scarecrow.
Yes, and it's crazy because it's crazy because there's so many. I'm like, wait, is that who this? Because it's like there's so many. It's weird because like there's so many names in like the Batman mythos that like go together, and then it's also like real people. Because like there's Bob Kane who's like the whole creator, and he's there's like
Yeah.
Bob Kane and there's Kate Kane, and then there's like
Tim
Bruce
Kane
Timm,
is
which is what.
Senator. There's Herman Cain, who was a senator who died recently. There's like all these other, just like
There's so many. You're like, wait, who is who again? like Alfred. No, we got you. Like we got that one. I just need to. Like there has to be like people have to have like name tags or something at this point.
and there's
I'm like,
the
I
character
don't know.
Bane, and then there's Crane the animal, and then there's
Jonathan Crane and Kate Kane and Cassandra Kane, but
Candy
with a
Cane.
K and not a C, and a C and a K. That's oh my gosh. That makes my head hurt to think. It's like that's the thing. Like we're the nerds, and we're confused. Like I feel bad for regular people. It's just like, oh, that's hard. Oh, but yeah, sorry, but yeah, they that's getting redone, but somehow not going to be Kid Kane, which I don't really know how that's going to work, but whatever. Because I don't know if anyone else has been Batwoman
there have
specifically.
been, I think, 2 or 3. Even though it's a relatively new character, I think there's been a couple of different ones. It's probably the Bat
Like-
family character I know the least about, just because she is so new, and I just don't really care
Yeah,
about her as much as the other. Her story isn't really enticing at all. from what I gather, like from what I know about her from like Batman Bad Blood and there's a couple of other
Hmm.
stuff. I just don't really like her as a character that much.
I mean, she's okay, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I feel like there's just a lot of just characters. Like I like that Batman has like a diverse amount of like I guess sidekicks we'll call it, but
Mm.
it's like I feel like at some point it's like all right, because at this point we've got what 4 or 5 Robins depending on if you count Dark Knight Returns, three
I think they're close to
Batgirls I think.
6 because Stephanie Brown was Robin for a hot second.
That is right. So yeah, so 5 to 6, yeah, that's right. And Stephanie Brown was also Batgirl for a little bit.
Yes.
And obviously you got Barbara Gordon and Cassandra, I think, was Batgirl for a little bit, where she became Orphan, and Stephanie becomes Spoiler.
Yes.
Then you got Batwoman. Then obviously, well, not obviously, but then you like Luke Fox, who's that Batwing.
Yes.
Then you've got, hold on, okay, no, there's more.
There
There's
is
one
more.
guy.
Is there
There's like Duke something.
Yeah, there is a
Thomas?
Duke. There is
the
definitely a
Signal or
Duke.
something like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know who came up with that name. That's a terrible name. I don't
Signal?
care. Like I like that it's another
Like
black
the
guy,
Bat
but
Signal?
I
Are you
hate that
kidding me?
name. Yeah, like I'm sorry, I hate that name. Like,
I already
that's a
hate the
terrible
Bat. I already hate Batwing because that's a thing. That's Batman's plan.
Yeah, that's what I think too. And I was like, they're running out of names, dude. Like, just be something else. Just be like, yeah, okay. So we all
We have
those,
Man
and then
Bat,
there's who
and
else?
then we have
Yeah, Man Bat and She Bat also.
there's a She Bat.
Like
Okay,
the wife.
that's
Yeah, she's also with Man Bat at one point. That's a thing.
okay.
And then
Batmite.
there's too
Batmite.
much.
That's a thing.
Oh, and I forgot about Azrael. Don't forget Azrael.
Azrael.
He was also a thing.
Ace the Bat Dog.
You say Batmite?
Batmite, yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. Ace and Bat Hound. I think that's the same character,
Yeah.
but I think Titus. I think he has another dog.
Sure.
I think Damien has a dog named Titus. I don't know. I'm trying to like mix as much comics and other into it as I know, but like it's ridiculous. Like I understand Wayne Manor is gigantic, but like
For a character who's supposed
it's like,
to work alone, he has a lot of friends.
that's what I'm saying. It's like working along. Like you have half the DC universe just coming out of your cave. Like you can't be like I work alone. Like no, you've got like 50 inside.
You have it like Batman Incorporated, like in Young Justice season 3, just like
That's what I'm saying.
half the Justice League just quits because Batman does.
Yeah, it's just like no, man. Like you can't act like you got all these people working with you, working for you, if not working with you. Like there's
And then you also got
there's
Talia
no way.
and
Yeah, that's what I was like you've got. There's so much with that stuff. Yeah, Harper Row. Geez, I think it's Bluebird or Blueblade or something like that. I don't remember. There's too many characters, but there's a lot. Like there's a lot. And I realize they just, a lot of times the comic book they just make more characters because why not? But it's like if you got all these people in a room, like Wayne Manor looks like the Xavier Institute basically.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, it's like there's so many people live here. It's just like this is ridiculous. Remember when you were just like how? Like, and my thing is like, how do you explain this as Bruce Wayne? You just have like 30 people just living with you, or like maybe if they don't all live with you, but like they're always around or something. Like how do you explain that? You've got like at least 5 kids, like legally 5 kids, and then like 10, and like 10 other kids are just around you. Like how does that even like? I know you're rich, but like someone has to be like, hey Bruce, for a regular eligible bachelor dude, you got a lot of kids around you. Like that's a lot of
yeah.
like. Oh no, they're just my sidekick. I mean,
They're my
servants.
Yeah, servants. That's better.
Yeah,
That's
servants.
better. Yeah,
It's
servants.
He's like, they're my servants. Like Damien's 10 years old. They're almost all my servants. Like, can't have
Damien's my nephew. I'm just watching it for the weekend.
Yeah, no, I don't know how that works, but there's a lot of them over the years. It's pretty crazy, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were we talking about? I'm so sorry. I got
So after
completely off.
Flash, after Flash on November 4th, 2022, Shazam 2 has been moved to June 6th, 2023.
Oh wow.
Cool. I'm very glad this movie's getting a sequel.
Yeah, it deserves it for sure.
Yeah. And then Black Adam has actually been to be determined.
Okay. So here's my thing:
Mm-hmm.
if they're gonna make a Black Adam and a Shazam 2, would it what I feel like it would be better if Black Adam came first.
Yeah, so the way they're kind of pitching Black Adam is that the movie Black Adam is essentially taking place in a different universe entirely, where it's the Justice Society of America that's, smaller but more established. So
Okay.
he'll just be able to go ham on Hawkman and a couple other heroes that you might know, as opposed to Shazam, which is, I'm pretty sure, firmly set in the current DC timeline that I guess that's still stable.
Right.
So Black Adam could still potentially show up even in the after credit scene or something of Shazam 2, and then that could still be a different Black Adam than the one in his movie.
Okay.
Or just not show up in that one at all, and Shazam and Black Adam just kind of work on parallel planes of each other, maybe meeting up in Shazam 3. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I just feel like at this point, like Shazam 2, like I know there's probably other Shazam villains because I didn't know about the first one that they had at all because I don't really know anything about Shazam villains outside of Black Adam. But
Like Dr. Shiva,
I feel like that
Dr.
would
Shiva in the comics isn't how he was in the movie, because in the movie they made Dr. Shiva just basically Black Adam Part 2. He basically just because he had all of Shazam's powers plus the deadly evil sins or whatever.
Right.
Also, so I guess Black Adam is just gonna be a bigger, more powerful version of him. Which I feel like could have played their cards a little differently. You could have just kept with the Seven Deadly Sins part and not done the whole flying and strength and stuff, but whatever.
It still works, I think, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know any other villains outside of those two.
I have no idea, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll, like, again, I don't know every comic book person. Sometimes I don't know if they do always either, but that's fine.
So yeah, it's interesting how Black Adam actually got a short little teaser thing at the fandom, but Shazam 2 is apparently going to come out first.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which I think that's probably just because, we've been hearing about Black Adam for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, even before Shazam was even a thing, right?
I think Dwayne Johnson has been cast as Black Adam since, 2009.
Mm-hmm. We didn't even have that was still during the Nolan movies.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Good gracious! I mean, the fact that he's it's finally coming is great. But I mean, that's some patience right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually
10
probably
minutes
worked
and
out for them because Dwayne Johnson is a way bigger actor now than he was in 2009.
Yeah. That is true. That is way true. Yeah, he's made a bunch of movies since then, all in the same outfit, but a bunch of movies since then. Oh man.
No, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Black Adam. I'm sure I've said this before, but my main issue with movies like Venom or The Joker is that they have to try to play them at least slightly sympathetic. They feel like they can't just do a villain movie and just have them be evil. They have to be an anti-hero or sympathetic in some way, to be like, oh, they're evil, but I get it. No, Black Adam is just evil. The whole movie is about him just blowing up planets and beating the crap out of Dr. Fate. I want that so much.
He's I'm just the worst.
Yeah.
That's the movie. And I think that's really good. And honestly, I would have liked a Joker movie like that. If the Joker's just being the Joker, just killing people and robbing banks and laughing all the way.
And the movie we got was
each their own.
Technically good. Is just not. It could have been called literally anything. It didn't have to be a Joker movie, and it could have been the exact same plot, exact same meaning behind it. It didn't matter that it was the Joker. I feel it could have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But again, it wasn't my kind of movie. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just wasn't my kind of movie. But I think that it could have just been called. I think they just used that character for the name recognition, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Because if they called anything else, it would just be a Taxi Driver remake. So you can't really do that. But whatever.
Yeah.
So Patty Jenkins has gone on record saying that she really hopes that Wonder Woman 1984 will be the first big movie coming out after all the theaters open up. Like, she's really looking forward to people to see it. She is certain, like, it is. She said, like, it has not been in the discussion yet. I am not even having the discussion of putting it on HBO Max or other streaming service. Like, it is going to be in theaters. People are going to enjoy it in theaters. That's the way this movie needs to be viewed, and I appreciate that. However, we'll see if people can even see it in theaters, because Regal Cinemas is currently closing their like all their theaters across the nation until further notice.
Okay, until further notice.
Yes, it's just ceasing operation until.
I mean,
later.
honestly, I feel like they probably should have all done that from the beginning. Honestly, because I know like some theaters were starting to open up, but like there's no
Why?
like
They tried to open up back in June. Like, we weren't even close to done yet.
I mean, we're still not. You know, it's just kind of like we have no idea. And this is kind of, and I understand, like, obviously people have jobs. Obviously, the company needs to make money. But I mean, is it better just? I've never owned a movie franchise, so I don't know all the logistics. But it's like, is it better to just keep it open with like what maybe like 20 people come and see a movie a
you
day,
still have
maybe.
to pay all the employees. You still have to pay the electric and just other
Right.
maintenance bills and stuff. You still have to show movies. You still have to pay licenses, even if you're showing older movies. Like, I know Empire Strikes Back has been in theaters for a couple of months now, just to kind of just have something out there. You still have to pay Disney those licensing fees, even if it is an old as dirt movie that's on Disney Plus. Like, like.
You still, and I think that's important too, because it's like, I think it's important that it's like until further notice, because I don't want this to be the end of movie theaters ever, because that would be awful. Because I don't want movie theaters to be the new Blockbuster, like like just gone, like that would be awful. So like,
Especially
I'm hoping
this kind of Regal Cinemas is the only theater in your area, right?
Yeah, well, I do have AMC. There is an AMC. There's one AMC by the mall that I have.
Okay.
But other than that, that's what I'm saying. So, like, we're kind of fingers crossed on that.
AMC might not even be showing how, they swore off Universal. We'll see how that goes.
I swear, if they're just like, we're never really moving, I'm like, you will not survive.
When Jurassic World 3 comes out in 2023, I think was pushed to. Sorry, 2022. When Jurassic World 3 is coming out in June 2022, you're not going to show Jurassic World, a guaranteed $1 billion movie. You're just not going to show Fast 9, a guaranteed $1 billion movie.
Somehow.
You're just not going to show Minions 2, a $1 billion movie. Are you kidding me? No,
probably, yeah. Well, my thing too is like, especially like when this, like, assuming this ends and we kind of just like life goes back to our regular scheduled programming, any movie that's out has the potential to be $1 billion movie, period.
Yeah.
People are just gonna go just to be like, I went somewhere, let alone I saw a movie.
Like, even if Regal Cinemas is currently not operating when Wonder Woman comes out, Wonder Woman is still gonna make $1 billion. Like, it is, if it is actually, if theaters are a viable option in 2 months. 2 months. That's not gonna happen. Whatever. It's fine.
but seriously, like, no matter when, like, whenever this kind of passes and like movies come back, every movie is could be amazing, and it could do amazing. Especially the headliners like Wonder Woman and Black Widow, all those, like, those easy $1 billion, maybe $2 billion, just because of I can go back to the movies.
Oh yeah. Like, if Fast 9, I think that's delayed to next year, but if it comes out in like February of next year, like, it easily could potentially be a $2 billion movie. Like, it probably won't even deserve it, because I don't think any of these movies deserve to be $1 billion. Like, sure, 800 million, sure, have it. you have Dwayne Johnson in your movie, like you have all these big names, like that's enough to sell it, sure. But like
Right.
Fast 7 being $1 billion, Fast 8 being one of the highest grossing movies of all time, I can't understand it. But whatever, it's fine.
I don't get it, but here we are.
Like you said last podcast, I don't even like these movies, but I want if it's between not going to theater ever again and seeing Fast 9 in theater, I'm taking Fast 9. Like, I'll do it.
Exactly. Yeah, like again, the bar right now is I got to leave my house.
Yeah.
Okay, so like anything you put out there, you could put Catwoman out there. It would make at least like
I would
even. Like, you know
love to see Catwoman in theaters right now. I would kill for that chance. Can you imagine?
Like, at this point,
can you imagine watching that horribly acted basketball scene in 3D IMAX? Can you imagine that?
3D IMAX? No, that is not worthy. No, that would disgrace IMAX forever. Oh my goodness. These are just thoughts there's so much cringe in IMAX.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I can't do it.
I would love every second of it.
Oh my gosh. But seriously, like anything. It's just gonna, like, it could be like any, and like, especially like with just, I can go to the movies. I can get popcorn again. Me and my friends can do something other than just get drive-through. Like,
Yeah.
It's gonna be huge, and that's really what every movie company is waiting on. They're like, as soon as we get the green light, we're all gonna be rich again.
Yeah.
And they know it. We know it. Even the movie theaters know it. It's just, can they last long enough? And that's why I think it's smart to just, close operations until you can. Because, whether you think this is a big deal or not, no one's going to the movies, period.
Yeah.
It's just not happening.
My thought is, it was
one way or another.
Their fault for opening up too early. They knew that people, wouldn't want to leave their house in a relatively small box with hundreds of people around them. They knew they wouldn't want to do that. So why would you open up in June? Even in a limited capacity, I'm still not doing it. I'm not going inside. Even even basic restaurants, I'm not going inside something with that many people that close to me. It's just not happening. Like, if they tried to open now, it'd be a little more reasonable, because I feel like we're at the point where most people are taking more safety precautions, and like we're just doing a little better in general, kind of to an extent. But like June, no, that was so dumb. You got yourself in that situation. You need to close down for just a little bit longer, and then once we get the vaccine or it just kind of goes away, whatever, then you can open back up and start rolling again. But
yeah, I don't know, but I gotta admit, like, I'm also getting tired of this too. I want to go back to the movie. Because I thought about it, I was like, what was the last movie I saw in theaters? And honestly,
Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I didn't even see that movie. I should have. That was the last time I went.
It's fine.
I don't even.
7. It's fine.
Again, I don't even think it was that good, but because it was a movie, I'm like, dang, I could have gone. I'm trying to. I think it. I honestly think the last movie I saw in theaters was Star Wars.
No.
I think it was. I really do. Because it was December. I think I saw either December or maybe early January. And since then, I don't think I've been back to the movie.
No.
That is right. It was.
No.
That was the last movie I saw. Oh, man, yeah. I remember, too. That was... And I just remember being like, this is terrible, right? And I was like, yeah, this is bad.
We don't have time, but that movie, if Rise of freaking Skywalker was the last movie you ever get to see on a big screen...
No, that would make. I would buy a movie theater before I would.
I would rather die watching Wonder Woman 1984 than having Rise of Skywalker be the last movie.
What is worth it?
As soon as credits roll, I'm good. Just fall in your casket and roll.
It's fine. I'll take my chances. Like, I mean, no. Oh man, but yeah. But yeah, until further notice, yeah, I think that's you just cut your losses. I mean, it sucks, it does, but I mean that's kind of just what everyone's had to do lately.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta do what we gotta do.
Okay. So one last little bit of news. Um, so apparently, there's going to be a live-action Green Lantern show coming to HBO Max.
Heard about this. Uh, sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead, go ahead. Sorry, I saw this earlier, and every comment I saw was just "Don't make the suits green" or
Yeah.
animated. It was like every comment on this, and I couldn't stop laughing.
So
But yes, continue. I'm sorry.
it apparently won't star any of the like more iconic Green Lanterns. Not
Yeah.
starring what was his name? John
Like Guy Gardner, Alan Scott.
John Stewart and why am I forgetting the main Green Hal Jordan?
Hal Jordan.
It's not
Yeah.
starring either of them, but it is starring
Yeah.
Guy Gardner, uh, the girl one,
Jessica Cruz.
Jessica Cruz, I think, and I'm blanking on all their names right now.
It's okay. There's a lot of
Alan Scott, is that one?
Yeah.
Alan? Okay. Yeah.
Alan Scott. Which
Kyle
I'm
Rayner?
interested to
I
see.
think Kyle Rayner's also was named.
Okay,
too.
I would hope so. I would really like Kyle Rayner. I'm interested to see how they do Alan Scott because that's the OG. Like
Right.
that was before they even knew what they were doing.
He
with
had
him.
like
he was
the
just a
like
dude.
big collar and like cape and stuff. It was just weird. Yeah.
Yeah, like I have no like I've never seen him in any like modern Green Lantern look per se. So like
Yeah.
I am really interested to see how that goes because they keep the original design or something. It's gonna like I don't know.
Because like
but...
whenever I see that, I'm like, is that Vision? Like, what is this? No, it's Green Lantern.
Yeah, it looks so weird. You're just like, what am I looking at? Like, because like, yeah, it just because it was like that was the original design for a long time, but it just like it's so different. Like, obviously the mask is still there, but like it's so different from like everything else. Because I mean, it's not even all green. It's like green and red and like. Yeah, it's so crazy, but yeah, it's interesting to see. I think it is kind of a mistake going away from, Green Lantern or not, going Hal Jordan and John Stewart in a way because like although other characters are good, like I feel like those two are. When you say Green Lantern, those aren't no one. I mean, no one says Jessica Cruz is the first Green Lantern they can think of, like
Unless the only thing you know about Green Lantern is from the Justice League versus Fatal 5 movie. Like, if you've somehow seen that, but don't know anything else about Green Lantern.
Right, like, you haven't seen any of the other Justice League anythings. Like, the original, like, the 2000s cartoon, know any comics, or, like, any of the other movies, really, like... Yeah. There was a couple of, like, late 2000 Hal Jordan Green Lantern movies that were pretty good also, but, it's like... I think it's good that any kind of Green Lantern thing, because Green Lantern's kind of just been like that forbidden character we don't talk about ever since 2011. But it's still just kind of like, is this the best move for them?
I think the main reason why they specifically said those two are not going to be in it is because they want to keep that opportunity open for them to have their own movies. I think they specifically were like, if this show is canon, we don't want to pigeonhole them to be TV show characters. Which I feel was always a kind of an issue with having The Flash as a CW show in the first place. But whatever, that's a different discussion entirely. But like, having Hal Jordan or John Stewart, the two most famous Green Lanterns, not essentially being like, you cannot make a movie out of these because they'll either confuse audiences or make people think that it's a show movie, which never do super great. Like, they could potentially show up in the DCU in some capacity, and then have this show also be like a supplementary, like, here's what's else going, here is just kind of other Green Lantern adventures going on in the universe that don't star these two very popular ones, I guess.
Yeah, that's a great point you made. I honestly did not even think about that. So
yeah, kind of similar to like how Miss Marvel is probably going to show up in Captain Marvel, and she's going to get her own show, but you're not going to have a Captain Marvel TV show. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that makes sense. And yeah, and I think that is cool. I think that they are going to have the right mix of like, Disney Plus shows that can interact with the movies. Because like the thing with Agents of Shield was it was kind of like too much
It's
separation.
its
It
own
felt
thing.
like,
Yeah.
but like here, I feel like because they have Bucky and I almost said Bucky and Winter Soldier, Bucky and Sam,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's
and
actually a
like
better parallel than I didn't think about that. That's actually much better uh, parallel to this show. Like you have the Captain America show, you have the Captain America movies, and then you have two other Captain Americas, but they get their own show. Yeah.
right.
But
I
they
think
can still
that's
interact back and forth with the movies and
right,
stuff.
and I think that they kind of have the like. I don't want to say permeability because that's too much of a science word, and I don't want to talk about school on a Sunday. But they kind of have that ability to like go. They can be in the movie world, but they can also make appearances in the TV world. But they're not like the mainstay. So I
Yeah.
think they could do something like that with Green Lantern.
Yeah, and just with the way they have the DCU set up right now, with it specifically stated that these different movies take place in different dimensions, it easily could be where this show is still canon to the multiverse. It might not take place in the like standard DC timeline, but these characters still could show up in those movies. It could easily work. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you get it. You've read a comic. You know what I'm talking about.
He's like, how these things work. You've done your homework. Ugh.
Okay. So I thought of this pretty fun little game that I think you might find interesting. I haven't thought of a name for it yet, but maybe by the end of it, you could help me come up with a name. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I have 4 superhero teams, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to say, like for example, I'm gonna say Justice League, and then you try to give me at least 10. I'll say for Justice League, give me at least 15 people who have ever been on the Justice League.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start with that. Name at least 15 people who have ever been on the Justice League.
So
And
we're gonna be anyone. It's not.
If that's too easy, we'll bump it up to 25.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So obviously you got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter. Let's see, Green Arrow, Black Canary. Wow. How am I already blanking after 8? What's wrong with me? Hawkman,
Yes.
Hawkgirl.
Good. 5 more.
You've got Zatanna.
Mm-hmm.
I was just watching the animated series, so this should be way easier. Oh my gosh, no. Oh, Hawk, Dove. There we go. There's
I
some
hate them.
obscure ones.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, what's his name? Vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
Wild Dog. Okay, that's 15. Let me keep going.
If you want to keep going, you can.
Well, Vixen.
There are a lot of big names
Yeah.
you haven't said yet.
I know. That's the thing. Like when I'm under pressure, I can't think of
Yeah.
the obvious one. That's why I wanted to say that other one first, and I forgot. Supergirl. There's one.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Justice League. How am I there? I know there's like a billion, and I can't think of it anymore. Hold on.
Long list.
I need to think of like every like. Okay, I know there's so many people. Okay, I didn't say any of the Green Lanterns, did I?
You said Green
I think
Lantern.
I just said Green Lantern, so I don't think.
Wow.
For
every character like that, I'm just going to count it for like. You could have said Hal
Yeah, okay,
Jordan.
that
would
makes
be
sense.
Like I wouldn't count Green
Yeah,
Lantern and
that's-
John Stewart. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't. Yeah, that wouldn't be fair. Let's see. Captain Atom.
Yes.
Shazam. How did I forget Shazam? We just talked about Shazam. I don't know how I forgot
you said
that.
Captain Atom.
Okay, there's. What is there? No. Wait, what is? Oh, wait. No, wait. What is? Oh, the Atom.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what? I'm like, does he want me to say Captain Marvel? I just said Shazam. Like, I don't think that counts. Like, I was so confused. I was like, what? But okay, that's 20. We've got. Okay, come on. I need to think.
You can
I
do
know
5
there's
more.
more.
Yeah, you
I can. I know I can't. Like I. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Aquaman. Holy crap!
There it is.
How did I miss Aquaman? Is he that lame to me? He's not even that bad. Okay, This is so bad. I feel like everyone's gonna roast me in the comments. All right, Aquaman. All right, what else do we got? Doctor Fate. There's
Yes,
one.
Yes.
The Question. There's another one. Need to think. trying to think of like space people. Um,
You got 3 more.
I said that one.
You can do 3 more.
Does I know I got hold on. Does Swamp Thing count?
Justice
Or
League
is that
Dark.
kind
Yeah,
of
sure.
his own?
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, does that count? Like, I don't know, because he's kind of a lot of times doing his own thing, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
there is a
And
Justice League Dark
then-
category on the Justice League main page, so I'll count it.
Boom. And boom.
Who? What was the last
Huntress. There it is.
Who was
Huntress.
The last? Huntress, yes. Okay.
Yes, Huntress.
Wait.
I don't know why my head, Zatanna and Huntress were like very similar.
That's
even
fair,
if they're
yeah.
not at all.
Yeah.
But like, I guess I picture them the same way. But yeah, okay. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Other kind of major ones you didn't mention, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold,
Oh, yeah.
Red Tornado,
Yeah, Red Tornado.
Firestorm,
Yeah.
Vixen.
That was, I think I did say Vixen, but I don't know. But no, I definitely
yeah.
didn't say those other ones.
As far as like bigger ones, that's
Yeah. But I still,
Yeah,
I
you
still
did
could've,
you did
like-
very good.
I tried. Like at first, I was like, "Oh, I got this," and after like 10, I was like, "Uh-oh." And I was like, "Okay." It took like it.
Okay.
It was just all right. Oh gosh,
Ready to go for a
teams. This is
different
gonna
team?
be hard because that's like my best one.
Well, maybe not. How well do you know the Avengers?
Not nearly well as the Justice League. I know. I don't think I can do. I don't even after seeing Infinity War, which has like 30 characters, I'm pretty sure I can only do like 15.
We'll start with 10 and see how you do.
Okay,
You
so
should be
the
able to get
Avengers
6
were-
right off the bat.
Okay, so like that's what, like this is gonna be all see because I don't have any like non-MCU knowledge on the Avengers really. So this is not gonna be so like okay. So we got Iron Man, Captain America, we got Thor, we got Widow, we've got Hawkeye, we've got Vision, we've got Spider-Man, Black Panther, R.I.P. We got this is also Ant-Man. Okay, see this is I'm already struggling. This is bad. I'm at 9. Ant-Man. I already said Spider-Man.
Ant-Man
The Wasp. There it is. There you go. Okay, that's 10. We got Doctor Strange.
Did you ever say Hulk? I think everybody actually said Hulk.
I didn't even say See, I didn't even say Hulk. That's what I always miss like one. How did you? That's like I have Hulk on my pants right now, and I miss it. I'm not even kidding. I have Avengers pajama pants on. I don't even. I should be ashamed of myself. Okay. All right. That's like I think that was 12.
That was 11.
Okay, 11. Okay. See, this is bad. I am not. See, now everyone's like, you don't even know comic books. I'm like, I mean, like.
When you're put on the spot, your brain just does stupid stuff.
It is. I don't get it. It's so weird. Like, if you had asked me this just casually, this would have been so much better.
Because we're recording.
Let me think. Okay. Yeah, you just know. Like, okay. How am I missing this? Like, I'm just thinking about movies now, and I can't even think of anyone I haven't already said, which is really bad, because I know there's more movies than that. But Winter Soldier, is that? I guess that probably counts.
Probably counts.
I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll count it in the movie.
Yeah.
Falcon. There's one I missed earlier. I should have known. Does Nick Fury count? Probably not.
I wouldn't count him.
I won't. No, I won't count that. That doesn't count.
Yeah, do 2 more. At least 2 more.
Okay, 2 more.
There's 2 major ones in the MCU that you just haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
I think they date in the comics, actually, now I think about it.
Really?
Yeah. The 2 that I'm thinking of, at least.
Who dates in the comics? See, this is how you know I know DC way better than Marvel.
Oh, yeah, that's
I have no idea who even is together in Marvel. Like, other than people that are literally married, I have no idea. Wait, who? Okay, wait. Okay. How is this so bad? How am I doing this bad? Okay. Avengers. Who else is in the Avengers? See, I never watched that, like, Avengers Assemble show. I should have watched that show.
I watched a couple episodes. It was decent.
Okay, I'll be honest, dude. This is gonna be bad. I got nothing.
That's fair. I think War Machine and Captain Marvel had.
That is right. Yeah, I knew that. I did know that. I knew that. Now that you said that, but I could not think of that, and I didn't even say Captain Marvel or War Machine the entire time because Captain Marvel has her own movie. We just talked about Captain Marvel. I made a reference to Captain Marvel on the other list
Yep.
that I just read and somehow didn't think of it. I don't even know how that works. But yeah, that is a thing. Captain Marvel and War Machine do get together in the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, I also would have
I
taken...
didn't take any of the Guardians of the Galaxy either.
I also would have taken any of the Guardians, any of the Fantastic Four, a couple of X-Men.
Oh, okay.
Even.
I didn't know the Fantastic Four counted. Okay. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have thought of it anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. Namor, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Submariner.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
we have 2 more.
Okay.
X-Men. Name
Okay.
at least 10 X-Men. You got this.
Yeah, I can. Okay, I think I can do this. Okay, so Cyclops, Jean, Storm, Wolverine, Gambit, Beast, Shadowcat, Nightcrawler. Oh no, keep going. I know there's more. Iceman, Bobby. Said Beast already. Into Nightcrawler. I know there's more, and I just saw it. Teenage Quartet.
I'll count it.
Look out, Colossus.
Yep.
I know that one counts. Who else? I'm not gonna count Professor X. Doesn't really count.
He's on the list.
Yeah, but I mean, he is a mutant, but like, I feel like he's not in the field.
He's the X-Man, not one of the X-Men.
Yeah, I could see that. That makes more sense. Okay, only the heroes. I'm thinking of all the villains now, of course. But let's see. Other X-Men. Oh, Rogue. Duh.
Yep, Rogue.
Gosh, so bad at this. It's one of my favorites too. I just totally forgot. Jubilee. There's one.
There's one more kind of major one that you haven't mentioned yet.
Let's see. Said Beast.
There's 2 kind of major ones.
Okay. No, he's a bad guy. Who are they?
I'm thinking of Archangel and Psylocke.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I should have thought of that one.
Yeah, there are so many
Dude,
of these.
Aren't there like 50 X-Men, like something crazy like that? Like, I don't even know.
Cloak and Dagger are apparently X-Men. Okay.
Wait, what?
They're apparently X-Men.
I didn't know that.
I don't like that.
I thought they were their own thing.
Maybe they're like technically mutants. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, they're X-Men. Spider-Man should be an X-Men. With that logic,
yeah, right.
I would put Spider-Man.
Yeah,
in that
Blink.
category.
This guy named Poison. I think these are all villains. I don't know. Multiple
I don't
man.
know.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
They got everything. Oh
There's
yeah,
so many X-Men. Over half of them have psychic powers. It's dumb.
it's not even fair. Oh man. All right, one more.
This
right?
is probably gonna be the hardest one. I'm gonna suggest you start with like. See, how many would I know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I start with 7. We'll see if we get there. Oh, I hadn't told you yet. Sorry. The Outsiders.
Oh gosh, this is like. Okay, so I'm gonna say Batman. I don't know if Batman actually counts, but sure. Okay, so Batman, Katana, Metamorpho.
Yep.
I think. Okay, this is gonna either be really wrong. I think Man-Bat. I don't know why I'm thinking Man-Bat, but
Man-Bat?
I think there was something about that. I don't think that's legit or not, or maybe not. And there might be. I don't think so. I don't know. I might have just heard that. The Outsiders is hard. Because like I know we have Young Justice Outsiders, but I don't know if that like counts the same. Because like I think they just called it that.
It pretty much does.
Okay.
All the people I see on here were in that show. Pretty much.
Okay, because like I know like Voyager's a real character.
Yeah.
I know that, but like are like Halo and Brianna, are they real characters?
Yeah, Halo and G-Force are real characters.
They're real. Okay, because I had never heard of them before that.
Yeah, they've been around since 1983.
Okay, but Tara's different. Like she wasn't connected to that. That's like
She is on the list.
Really? So, okay, that might be because of Young Justice. Because I feel like she was a team. Like she's the whole Judas contract thing.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's her own thing.
There's quite a bit of overlap between between Teen Titans, and then which is why I went with the Outsiders, because people like even Starfire and Batgirl are apparently Outsiders at some point.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Starfire's not even in Young Justice yet, is she?
She
I don't
no.
think she is.
How not? That's weird.
No, I don't think her or Raven, because I
Raven.
know Raven's in like the animated movies, but I don't think she's in Young Justice,
Yeah. Huh.
which is interesting because like every at this point everyone's in Young Justice. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Weird.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Okay.
Because like
That's
outside, because like outside was always that team like you kind of heard about, but you didn't really know. Like other than Katana and Metamorpho, those are the only ones I like knew
those are
before
them
Young
Black
Justice
Lightning.
came
I
out.
think Static Shock is the
Oh
most
yeah,
ones.
Black Light. Okay, I should have. That is right, Black Lightning. It's like because that's how I first heard about him. And I was like, oh, is that Static Shock? No, it's different,
Yeah, it's a different Black
right?
Lightning based superhero with blue
With the
lightning,
exact same, with pretty much the exact same powers, but different
but
because
smaller.
like,
Yeah. There's
yeah, I mean it's still cool, but
there's a character on here called Windfall, and then there's a second character on here called Windfall, who is the clone of Wendy Jones.
what?
Like
Oh.
eighth down the list is Windfall, Wendy Jones. Below that is Windfall, clone of Wendy Jones.
I guess there's more than one.
Although, what? Although
Windfall.
the clone of Wendy Jones apparently showed up in The Outsiders issue 19, whereas Wendy Jones Prime showed up in one issue later, in issue number 20.
Masters of Disaster. Oh, she was that one of those people in Young Justice. Apparently, she was that girl who like almost killed like her home, all those people at the or what is that place? El Salvador? Not El Salvador, but where's the place in New Mexico with like the mutant outreach program or the outreach El Paso? I think it is.
Yeah, yeah.
In the show.
Oh, yeah, yeah, with the purple beanie.
She was
yeah.
that blonde chick who almost killed everybody.
I remember that now. Cool.
Yeah. Dang, they are pulling like I'm not gonna lie, they're pulling people out of everywhere.
And they don't
for
even
this
need
Young
to,
Justice
because like you
show.
said, Raven and Starfire aren't even there yet. But like, I
Yeah,
appreciate
which is
that.
weird.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
that
it.
is kind of weird because it's not like they don't use Teen Titans because they have everyone else. Like they have Cyborg, Beast Boy, they have more than one Robin. So like,
Like 3
I don't know,
Robins.
but eh,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see. So like
that's-
Tara Strong probably doesn't play everyone else anyway. Like, she's probably already on. They probably have her for too many voices. So they're just like, you know
she
what?
plays.
We'll just do something. I don't know who she plays on
she
Young
plays
Justice.
Tara Strong, like every single background girl that Grey Delisle doesn't play, Tara Strong.
Pretty much. Yeah. I think there was something online that says you can't find any cartoon that doesn't have either Tara Strong, Tom Kenny, or like, oh, who's the other person? It was John DiMaggio in it,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yep.
ever.
Most shows have all
It's like
three at
it's
the same
impossible.
time.
He's like, I've watched. They're in everything.
Or like Kevin Michael Richardson, or
Yeah.
Troy Baker,
Aaron
Nolan
Payton,
North, like
all those people. Yeah, it's literally. Yeah, she plays. Okay, Tara Strong and Young Justice only play. The only like main character is Tara that she plays in Young
okay.
Justice. But I
She
mean,
still plays a lot of additional voices.
yeah, but there's a lot of like other characters that are just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, but yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She was Bubbles, Timmy Turner, Raven, Dill Pickles, which I didn't even know that.
Dill Pickles. Huh.
Dang, she plays everybody. God. But that's what happens when you got the most iconic like children's animation voice ever. But man, that was hard. I like that though. What do we call that? Who do you know?
Who do you know? Oh.
Too easy.
I mean, I think something more generic like that could be fun, because they kind of blew my entire load with 4 superhero teams in this one. Like, I hadn't really thought about that. Like, what would I do first if I want to do this again? I could do like just name 10 Transformers and just see
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to just be like, a superhero team. It could be name, anything. It could be for anything, any movies, any like it could be pretty much anything you could list, and then it's like, oh crap, I don't remember like how many. I don't know. See, it's hard. See,
Yeah.
again, on the spot, it's impossible to think of what you need to think of.
Name
But
all
like,
seven dwarfs.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
No, no,
I
not doing
I
it.
actually
Don't
don't
even
think I can
bother. It's not happening.
do that. Yeah, something
Cool.
like that, or like every Disney. It could be like every Disney movie that has a sequel that was trash, or like I don't know, like
Most of them.
oh, but yeah, I
Yeah.
mean anything.
We'll
Video
workshop it.
games.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that.
So, is there any other topics you want to bring up or discuss?
No, I don't have anything for today, but this is good. I like
Okay.
that topic though.
So, with that, we'll see you all next time.
Take care, guys.